Hello, everyone, and welcome to the press conference today. We are joined by Loud. If you have any questions for the team, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. We will start with questions in the room. The first question over here.
Boa noite, eu sou o Nerd Dinheiro do SPT Games. Em primeiro lugar, como a sala já recepcionou vocês, eu quero parabenizar vocês, junto com toda a imprensa, por essa campanha emocionante que vocês nos proporcionaram. Parabéns. Agora, a minha pergunta está relacionada à torcida brasileira, que veio apoiando vocês com muita empolgação, com qualquer coisa, eles vibravam muito, e isso é muito divertido. Por outro lado, né, a gente, apesar de ser uma derrota, apesar de vocês ainda pegarem segundo lugar, que é incrível, vocês estão de parabéns. Como que vocês se veem como pro players em frente à torcida? Porque quando acabou, vocês levantaram, a gente viu vocês sorrindo, se cumprimentando. Qual é a mentalidade do pro player ao encarar esse momento, que é uma mistura de sentimentos, é um desafio, junto com a torcida? Como que vocês veem esse momento? Obrigado.
Cara, a derrota dói, obviamente, né? Mas quando você tem um público com tanta energia positiva, que está torcendo pra caralho, e que mesmo a gente perdendo, eles estavam aí gritando nossos nomes, apoiando nós, faz que tudo seja muito mais simples, sabe? Faz que a gente mesmo perdendo fique com um sorriso no rosto, porque sabemos que fizemos nosso trabalho e deixamos tudo lá. Então, eu acho que como profissionais, a gente se sentiu realizado, sabe? Porque, cara, a gente treinou, passamos por múltiplas doenças esse campeonato e mesmo assim a gente atingiu um top 2 mundial, quase top 1. Então, cara, só realização.
Boa tarde, pessoal. Sou o Lucas do Esporte.net. Sair com uma torcida dessa, querendo ou não, deve trazer um misto de emoções. Eu queria saber de vocês, pode ser mais de uma pessoa respondendo, como é que foi estar jogando num palco desse e o que é que vocês levam para a vida de vocês, nem como vida de jogador profissional, até vida pessoal, de ter tantas pessoas aplaudindo vocês na vitória e até na derrota.
Cara, eu acho que todo mundo ganhou uma experiência muito linda que é esse o fato de ter uma torcida te apoiando o tempo todo. E é uma coisa que não todas as pessoas no mundo conseguem ter, sabe? As pessoas estando atrás de você, te apoiando cada decisão que você faz, cada kill que você dá, né? Então acho que todo mundo leva isso para a vida mesmo. Tipo, uma torcida incrível, com muito amor, muito apoio. E acho que é isso, né?
Igor Oliveira para o Esporte GG. Primeiramente, parabéns pelo jogaço. E aí eu queria ouvir, seria do Freud ou do Sadak, eu queria saber um pouco mais no pause que vocês pediram no 11-8, se naquela altura vocês ainda tinham alguma coisa de tática para passar ou se vocês estavam tentando colocar um pouco a cabeça no lugar para fechar o mapa.
Cara, eu acho que demoramos um pouco bastante em entender como eles estavam jogando e mesmo entendendo e fazendo taticamente as coisas certas, quando não é para ser, não é para ser, sabe? Tipo, algunos double kills, alguma bala que não entrou. Então, no momento, a gente sentiu que se adaptou muito bem ao que eles queriam fazer. Foi tão assim que dá para, se você vê o partido, o match de novo, a gente geralmente estava um 4 no lugar onde eles estavam, então a leitura estava boa. Só que faltaram alguns detalhes mesmo, tipo, alguma bala que não entrou, alguma HE que não foi feita, alguma molotov que não foi ativada, sabe? Então, acontece mesmo.
Obrigado.
Boa noite, Wesley pelo The Clutch. A pergunta vai ser direcionada para o Léis. Apesar dos problemas extracampo que você acabou enfrentando ao longo desse campeonato, você, de certo modo, mostrou bastante maestria nas partidas, inclusive nesta série você fez 98 abates, mas infelizmente acabou não sendo com a vitória. Eu queria que você comentasse um pouco em relação a isso, como que foi para você ter que encarar tudo isso e ainda assim estar performando em alto nível, como vimos ao longo de toda a competição.
Para mim, essa competição foi a mais difícil que eu já disputei de todos os tempos, porque além de ter pego a doença e tal, e ter ficado muito mal, eu também atuei como segundo caller, né? Então, para mim, foi uma experiência dupla e foi uma coisa muito diferente. Eu acredito que eu ter jogado bem a final foi só consequência do nosso trabalho, sabe? E eu tô muito acostumado a jogar nesses mapas, sabe? Então acaba sendo uma coisa mais tipo sorte, assim, sabe? Porque todo mundo no nosso time pode se destacar muito. É muito uma questão de você estar no lugar certo, na hora certa. Mas eu acredito que a coisa mais difícil para mim foi ser o segundo color. Isso foi uma experiência muito diferente. Espero que meu capitão tenha gostado. Não gostou, não? É foda. Mas é isso. E foi isso, sabe? Foi uma experiência muito diferente. E eu espero que eu consiga levar isso pra vida, porque realmente foi muito legal.
Amassou, tá? Estou falando, amassou, viu? Parabéns. Vai ganhar sempre.
Boa noite, Gabriel do GE aqui. Vocês falaram ao longo de todo o campeonato sobre a oportunidade de ter aprendizados nas partidas, porque era o campeonato que abria a temporada. Eu queria falar especificamente sobre o último jogo em que vocês estavam vencendo 11-3. Duas coisas. Por que vocês não conseguiram fechar e levar essa virada? E que aprendizados vocês tiraram dessa virada?
Cara, eu acho que o mais difícil quando você tem um time novo é passar por muitas experiências que podem chegar a destruir um time, sabe? E a gente está fazendo isso com maestria. Ou seja, para te dar um exemplo, se a gente teria perdido 3-0, teríamos outra conversa nesse momento. Mas a gente conseguiu dar uma virada impressionante, começar 2-0 abaixo, resetar e trazer 2 mapas para nós. Então, com isso, o que quero dizer? É todo um processo, realmente. O time está construindo a nossa história. Estamos passando por muitas experiências que nos vão deixar mais fortes no futuro. Então, o aprendizado é esse. O aprendizado é, cara, escapou um mapa agora, já sabemos o que a gente errou, e para o próximo campeonato a gente vai ter uma solução, ou já vamos estar com a casca, né, dentro do time para que não aconteça de novo.
Boa noite, Raquel Ferreira do Valorant Zone. Eu queria saber o que vocês conversaram durante o último pause tático na Icebox.
Vamos matar eles. Não, mentira. A gente conversou sobre o que eles estavam fazendo, né? Que dava para taticamente nos adaptar. Estávamos todos tranquilos, sabíamos o que a gente tinha que fazer e fizemos o nosso melhor, que não deu, né?
Obrigada.
Oi, gente, boa noite. Parabéns pelo campeonato. Eu quero fazer a pergunta para o Cauã. Cauãzinho, a gente sabe que esse é seu primeiro campeonato com o time e é logo um campeonato dessa magnitude. Vocês conseguiram chegar em segundo lugar contra os melhores times do mundo. Como é que foi essa experiência de viver esse campeonato com a Loud, em especial em relação à torcida, e o que você pretende viver daqui para frente com a Loud nos próximos campeonatos?
Cara, para mim foi incrível essa experiência. Não imaginava que eu ia chegar logo numa final. E essa experiência nessa final foi a melhor de todas. A gente teve uma derrota que vai criar aquela casca, sabe? Que eu nunca tive. Na verdade, eu acho que tive uma derrota parecida, foi contra a Zeta, mas essa foi muito diferente. Foi numa final, foi no MD5. Então, cara, para mim tá sendo uma experiência muito incrível. Acho que o objetivo da gente ter jogado esse campeonato foi cumprido, acho que é a palavra certa. A gente cumpriu, sabe? E a gente tá com muita experiência, sabe? Então, para mim tá sendo algo incrível mesmo. E sobre a torcida, para mim também tá sendo algo que, cara, é uma experiência surreal. Você matar um boneco e todo mundo tá vibrando, o chão tremendo, para mim é incrível. E é isso.
Obrigado.
Nossa, papo reto, vibrava muito do chão, cara.
Vibrava, caramba.
Vou perguntar mais uma coisa aqui, Raquel Ferreira do Valorant Zone. Eu queria saber agora, a pergunta é para qualquer um de vocês que quiser responder, como vocês pensam que vocês vão se preparar daqui para frente?
Eu acho que a nossa filosofia e o jeito que a gente vem treinando durante esses meses, a gente vai manter. Agora temos um novo desafio que é morar em outro país, em outro idioma. Então vamos passar por um período de adaptação e depois, ao mesmo tempo, né, voltar com os treinos todos os dias para melhorar.
Obrigada.
Thank you. We'll now move to remote media. First question from Kushal Sportskita.
Hey guys, my question would be for Aspas. I would like to ask, you have maintained a really high ADR in multiple matches here in Brazil. So, which other player at Lock-in would you say successfully match your skills as a duelist?
Então, essa pergunta vai ser diretamente para o Aspas. Você conseguiu manter um ADL muito alto, então eu queria saber qual seria um jogador que, se pá, poderia se equiparar a um nível de jogo assim.
Sinceramente, eu não sei dizer, porque eu não presto muita atenção nessas coisas. Eu jogo mais o jogo, eu gosto de me divertir. E tem muitos players bons. Nesse campeonato eram todos os times das franquias, então todos os players eram bons. Tanto que todos os jogos que a gente teve foram difíceis. E sinceramente, eu acho que o jogo mais difícil que teve, e o mais difícil que eu já joguei foi essa final contra a FNATIC. Foi um jogo bem complicado e foi a primeira vez que a gente jogou contra uma potência da EMEA.
So it's very hard for me to say something like that because in the end of the day, I don't pay much attention to it. I like to have fun and enjoy the game. And overall, all the players that were present here that we played against were very good with a very high level because in the end, we are a lot part of the franchise. And all the games were actually very hard for us. But if I had to say like what was the hardest game that I ever had, it was the one that we had now, like against FNATIC, where we were like facing such big opponents from EMEA, and it was a very complex and complicated game.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Adar Sportskita.
My question's for Fraud. Despite Loud's defeat today, Les had one of the best individual performances in the series and was the driving force behind Loud's potential comeback on the last 3 maps. How do you feel about his performance today, and how much progress do you think he's made since you took over the team end of last season?
Les is an incredible player, and I think that for him being so young, he just turned 18. He's growing before our eyes, and after we went down 0-2, we were going to get into tactics for our 3rd game, and he pretty much showed a side of him that I don't think anyone's seen as far as being a leader and trying to complement the leadership of this team and bring the guys up. And I think that his mentality is extremely strong, and he showed it very well to allow the team to will the team and to say how things are going to go, and to just like not accept the way that the games were going so far. So just very proud of him individually for how he's played, how he's performed under the circumstances, and how he's also growing as a leader in this team as well.
Thank you. Next question from Declan at Deserto.
Hi, this question is for Sadak. I was just wondering if the series was as emotionally and mentally draining as the NRG series.
It's a good question. I don't think so, because against NRG, it was kind of like, I don't know how can I describe it, but like it drained me a lot, and this final was like, okay, guys, let's just go. It was more like those guys are really good, and I was more focused on myself in a way, so it wasn't that mentally drained. So yeah, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot from playing NRG, so I took a little bit more of care with my health.
Thank you. Next question from Pedro Mitke.
Boa noite, Pedro, mais esportes aqui. Minha pergunta para o Les. Em uma coletiva anterior, você disse que tem o sonho de ser IGL e um dos líderes da Loud. Como você tem feito para assumir esse papel maior de liderança dentro do time? Como tem sido esse processo? Ainda mais um momento tão duro para o time como esse.
Ser bem sincero, para mim é muito novo, mas eu tava com muita raiva depois da derrota, mas depois que eu fiz o discursinho de segundo color, eu fiquei até mais feliz. Então, tá sendo muito legal para mim, né? Porque tá sendo meu sonho. E eu acredito que eu tô fazendo isso muito bem. Eu acredito que meu maior destaque nessa final foi fazendo isso. Tô muito feliz com o trabalho que eu fiz em relação a isso. E eu acredito que estou seguindo o caminho certo, né?
Obrigado.
Sim, sim. Tá seguindo o caminho certo.
Thank you. Next question from Alec at VLRGG.
Hey guys, my question is to Tuis or Kalanzin. You guys have never really been in a situation like this, while your teammates have all already been in a final. So I was just wondering, how did your teammates help you deal with the pressure like this?
Essa pergunta agora vai para o Carlosinho ou para o Twitch, enquanto vocês quiserem responder. Vocês nunca estiveram numa situação como essa, enquanto os seus companheiros de time já estiveram. Como é que os seus companheiros de time estão dando suporte e apoiando vocês com relação a isso?
Se perder, tá aqui, carro.
Cara, principalmente a conversa que a gente teve pós-jogo, eles mostraram que isso é normal, sabe? Que isso faz parte do processo e que a gente vai aprender muito com essa derrota e depois a gente vai estudar isso e vai voltar mais forte, com certeza. É isso.
Well, I would say especially the after talks we had post the game, like they showed us that actually it's a normal part of the process and that we would be learning a lot, we would be studying and eventually get back stronger.
Thank you. Next question from Brandon at Esports GG.
Thank you. I'll ask this to Sadak. There were a lot of things coming into this match. You could have been, two-time champions, back-to-back champions, a lot of firsts. But many people and many teams kind of stated that this was more of an experimental tournament just to get some things settled before the league start. So I just have to ask you, do you feel like there were any missed opportunities, or did you kind of accomplish what you guys wanted to at lock-in?
I mean, we went even deeper that I thought we would go. To be honest, I didn't think we would get into the finals, and being here, playing a finals in Brazil is just a lot more than we can ever thank everyone, And I think we did pretty good, and we are taking this experience back home and just improving.
Thank you. Next question from Star Factory Sons of KS.
Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Mi pregunta va para Sadak. Quería preguntarle acerca de comenzaron perdiendo 0-2 y luego vimos un reset mental muy importante. Quería preguntarte cómo fue acerca de que si fue una charla, fue una audición y cómo enfrentan esto de decir, bueno, estamos 0-2 chicos, hay que arrancar de cero y esa remontada, ¿cómo se vivió?
Mira, nosotros siempre llevamos cada mapa es cada mapa, ¿viste? Perdimos 2, pero no dejamos que eso nos afecte. Y el tercer mapa dijimos, bueno, muchachos, este mapa es nuestro, nosotros lo elegimos, vamos a hacer lo que sabemos hacer. Y si no funciona, no funciona, y si funciona, perfecto, gracias a Dios. Así que básicamente fue eso el reset. Cada uno confía en el otro, así que estábamos con mucha confianza, inclusive si estábamos para atrás.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Next question from Rolly.
Boa noite. A minha pergunta é para Kawansen. O que a equipe conseguiu foi incrível, considerando que tem novos membros. O que foi o que você e Tuis contribuíram para a equipe para que vocês tivessem um resultado tão bom neste campeonato? E qual é o objetivo de você para a Liga das Américas?
Bom, o que a gente contribuiu, na verdade, a gente aprendeu muito com eles e a gente contribuiu com a gente jogando da forma que a gente mais tentou. Me confundi tudo, desculpa. A gente que contribuiu com a nossa. Não consigo responder esse de contribuiu. É muito difícil responder de contribuiu. Posso responder o próximo só? O que a gente vai ter para a Liga América? Eu não entendi muito essa pergunta, desculpa. E para a Liga América a gente quer melhorar. E, bom, a gente quer tentar ganhar algum campeonato e usar esse lock-in como apenas experiência para a gente melhorar para o próximo campeonato. É isso. Desculpa por não responder a primeira pergunta, não entendi muito bem. O quê?
Quer ganhar algum campeonato?
Com certeza,
Então,
quero perder
MVP aí,
todo.
então, cara.
Muito obrigado.
Next question from Nicolas.
¿Cómo están, chicos? Mi pregunta es para Sadak. Matías, bueno, bien jugado, de verdad. Fue admirable lo que hicieron hoy en toda la serie. Y la pregunta va sobre, primero, fue un torneo en el que parece que llegaron a la final los que mejor se adaptaron, ¿no? Casi todos los equipos, por no decir todos, tenían lo que son ustedes, digamos, estás con Les, con Aspas, que ya estabas, y llegó Kawansin y llegó Tuis a complementar el equipo. Algo muy parecido a lo que pasó con el resto de los otros 31. ¿Cómo te sentiste? O sea, creo que es una muy buena sensación, a mi parecer. Y lo otro es sobre el mejor de 5, que siento que hubo un desgaste mental muy grande por parte de ustedes para poder remontar. Y por allá a lo mejor en el Icebox, para terminar el mapa, hubo errores a veces básicos, como conceptuales, ¿sabes? Como mala ubicación o por ahí adelantaban los otros y nos esperaba. Quiero que nos cuentes qué pasa en ese mejor de 5 y cómo llegaron a ese Icebox, que incluso en el 9-3 parecía que ya estaba hecho.
Yo creo que llegamos con mucho ímpetu de los otros dos mapas que acabamos de ganar. Dijimos, es más un mapa, es reiniciamos, dijimos, es el mapa que tenemos en la frente, es el mapa que vamos a jugar. Comenzamos muy bien y después ellos se adaptaron, trajeron un estilo de juego un poco particular que nosotros no estábamos muy acostumbrados. Cuando nos adaptamos fue un poco tarde y básicamente eso, creo que mentalmente entramos muy bien y después no conseguimos cerrar el mapa. Mucho mérito de ellos, obviamente, y es eso, básicamente eso.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Next question from Pedro at Centinela.
¿Qué tal, Sadak? Mi pregunta va para ti. Buenas tardes. Has enfrentado en este locking a equipos de Europa, América, de prácticamente todo el mundo, ¿no? En este sentido, ¿qué experiencia o qué expectativa te llevas de cada una de esas regiones? ¿Cómo crees que serán las ligas regionales que avanzan, que empiezan prácticamente en un par de semanas? ¿Y a quiénes y qué regiones crees que serán las más fuertes de aquí al Masters?
Mira, realmente sentí que todos los equipos están en un nivel muy bueno, inclusive eh, la, o sea, lo que siento es que todos los equipos están en un nivel muy bueno, entonces va a ser muy competitivo las tres ligas y va a dar para ver muchísimo nivel en cualquier partido que esté siendo jugado. Eh, Realmente ganó Europa, entonces quizás la Liga Europea ahora es la que está siendo más fuerte y eso, tenemos que ver cómo evoluciona el año y ver qué liga se está adaptando mejor al meta y qué liga tiene mejores ideas.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you. Next question from Cecilia Esports Mag.
Hello, everyone. My question is for Fraud. How much will the experience you all gained at Lock-in impact the way that you will improve this year?
I think that the experience that we gained here will help us improve a lot throughout the year. Like the guys had mentioned earlier, you know, we didn't necessarily know what to expect when we came into this tournament, what kind of results we'd have. We just been working really hard and focusing on our practice, our training, and just growing as a team and a little family. So for us, I think that these growing pains, you know, from the victories we had and the loss we had in the grand finals, I think it's going to be something that we can carry for the rest of our lives, not just for this year. So just really looking forward to how everyone responds to this. And, you know, we hope to come back stronger.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That will conclude our press conference with Loud. Thank you for joining us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the press conference. Today, we're joined by the winners of Lock-In, FNATIC. If you have any questions for the team, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. We'll start with in-person media first.
Hi, I am Gabriel from Global Brazil. My question is for Bolster. I'm just wondering how it was for you guys to win the trophy in front of the Brazilian crowd. Loud were winning 11-3 in the last map, and you were able to come back. How was it for you guys? What did you feel that moment? And also, I would like to know what made you so emotional at this stage.
Okay. Obviously, firstly, it feels amazing. I just remember 11-2, the halftime, and I remember we were in obviously the pause where we're talking, and I just remember looking at the audience on the top row, and it was like red lights, and it was like honestly like a movie. And all the crowd was like the top row and this row behind me, and they were throwing their doing all their chants and stuff, and I just remember thinking like, this is sick. We might have been 11-2 down at that time, but I was like, this is kind of unreal. Like, even if we lose, like, I'm still really happy and really appreciative to be here in this situation. And then I said to the boys, right, boys, get me pistol and I'll IGL you to victory. And we lost pistol. And then I was like, all right, boys, get me this bonus and I'll IGL you to victory. And we lost the bonus. And then I was like, I'm not going to say that again. So then I was like, right, let's just go here and see what happens. And then we actually won that round. And then I guess after that, it was like, it was just, I can't even remember. It went like that. It was insane. And then afterwards, I think it was just kind of, the emotions were from just kind of remembering all my previous losses, and all of them kind of built up to today, and with this roster and with my previous rosters as well. And the idea of just like people that I love are watching, and then I just thought they might be proud. So then I just started crying for some reason, because I'm a little baby. Sometimes I cry at dad in movies when a dad like and a son interact, and it's very heartfelt. I cry every time. I cry if a dog dies in a movie. I cry if a mum and like a child. I don't know. I just cry at anything to do with that. So yeah, I was just crying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maria Eduarda from MGG Brazil, and my question is for whoever wants to answer. I just want to know if you guys felt that this series was going to be that hard, because Aspas and Les said in their interview that this match against you was the most difficult match that they ever played.
I mean, that was definitely one of the hardest matches I played in my whole career. And I mean, when it was like 2-0, I didn't feel like it's still like an easy game. We just won so many clutches in our first maps that began us like did it forward to first one maps. But after the next two, like we understand that, yeah, maybe we are just losing our victory from like just going out from our hands. We are just losing the momentum. And I mean, like fifth map was like a real show, like who is the best of the best right now at the moment. Obviously, when Loud was on 9-3, on 11-3 at the icebox, it was obviously like everyone was thinking that it's gonna be Loud will win this tournament, and FNATIC again choked, how everyone loves to say. But I think these moments when some teams are clutching from and comebacking from unreal scores, it shows who is actually not, I will say, better, but who is stronger mentally. Because for us, it was a biggest challenge right now. Obviously, first of all, 7K people in arena rooting against us, booing, whatever, like sending threats or whatever. And at the same time, like it's obviously not our like town, like it's a hometown of Loud, and it was a really hard match. But I'm really grateful that we played it obviously, and for us it was a insanely big experience, and I hope it will go for our next matches. But it was the best one I played in my whole career.
Hey, I'm Leos from MGG Brazil also. Anyways, my question goes to Bolster. Almost 70 matches playing without a title, and today you guys won. How does it feel? And what have you done as the team captain to make the guys and the whole team to keep together and with a good mental?
I would say once again, it feels amazing. Yeah, it just feels really good. I think how we kind of strive through. I always believe that if you want to get something done, you do it yourself. So in that case, what I kind of did was I try and work as hard as possible. And then if anyone else isn't working as hard as possible, they probably feel like shit because they're like, oh, we're letting Boaster down here. So I just think like because we just worked together, like Minnie and I have been coaching for I haven't been coaching, but Minnie and I have been together since the start, and we've kind of learned from our losses, and he's super smart when it comes to kind of finding the flaws in our gameplay. And then we obviously picked up SLK, who helps with strategy as well, and then Anders for this event too. So I just think like it just really helped having everyone on board. And then when the boys actually listen in VOD reviews and pay attention, we actually get the job done. I do remember like during the game, we were just so erratic. Everyone was like, it's fine, we've got this. I just remember thinking like, when you're so stressed, you're just talking as if like, let's not be stressed and let's be chill. Let's be chill. It was honestly like that. And the last map, I was just like, we were getting down. I was like, boys, I'm not going to try and tell people how to behave anymore. Like whatever happens. I don't care anymore. Let's see if we win. And that was it.
Thank you.
Hi guys, congrats on the win. I'm Ariela from Valorant Zone, and my question is for Booster. And today you're dancing to new jinx, but during this tournament you always did something different. Where do you get the inspiration to do these things?
So honestly, we had a football, and I was like, oh yeah, I can balance the football on my head. That'd be a good idea. And then we had this little pink ball, and then it kind of grew from that because I had no other ideas. And then we went to the arcade in the mall near us, and we won enough tickets to buy a cauldron. So we're like, we're going to use our tickets for that, because I was like, we couldn't buy anything. We had Uno cards and some, I don't know, little toy things. I was like, let's get the pot so I can do some cooking. And then I asked the wardrobe people here, do you have a chef hat by any chance? And they asked someone from the hotel. So then we got that. And then I was doing the cooking thing from an inspiration from Cajal, who's like a League of Legends caster, when he did content with us. And then obviously I like to do one dance per walkout. So the New Jeans one, everyone's been asking for it. So I was just like, I did it. I was learning it yesterday in the gym. I was on the bike, listening to it, and I was just like, oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we did it.
Thank you.
So, hey, I'm Lils. I'm again here. My question goes to Chronicle. Since your last championship you won was in 2021, so I want to know how it feels to be back on winning again. And this time of your career you spent with no titles. How does it feel to like break this bad time?
I mean, the second trophy is obviously gives a lot of confidence in our next matches. I'm pretty confident right now with our strength that we're gonna play our league very well, because we literally passed every challenge on this tournament, as I said before, and it obviously gains a lot of experience. Like obviously you gain a lot from losses, but after these matches, I think you can gain more experience than it was like with just a loss. And the thing is that obviously the feeling of being the only one player in this whole game who actually hold the trophy 2 times, like more than everyone, it's obviously great. I will not say that I feel like, well, I'm the greatest of all time or something else. No, I even played this grand final not really well. I mean, like it was not definitely a best match for me, and but it's still great that I can rely on my team when I have maybe some off day, or maybe I can't play really well because of maybe my nerves or something else. And I'm really glad that I'm playing right now with FNATIC, because they're like, we just proved that right now we are the best team.
Congrats. Really happy to see you in major championships again.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now move to online media. First question from Kushal at Sportskeeda.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. My question will be for Boaster. I would like to ask, we didn't see Fnatic pick Harbor even a single time throughout the tournament, although quite a few times you were comfortable using him. So do you think he's too weak right now, or does he just not fit your composition?
Well, honestly, no one really plays Harbor in EU, so we all thought he was rubbish. Come to this event, every bloody team is throwing it at us, and I'm just like, I've not played against this orb before. So we had to adapt quite a lot to the new metas and the comps that people were throwing at us. Is he good? I think he's all right. Like with all the agents coming out and stuff, I think like you can definitely see how he works and how he kind of synergizes with those agents. Will we play him? I have no idea. Like we just wanted to get our fundamentals down and our like just work on the stuff that we can control and stuff. When it comes to comps, who knows what we're going to bring next time. So yeah, Harbor giving me a headache this event. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Michael at Upcomer.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. This will be for Leo. How do you think you've improved as a player from last year to this year, as well as over the course of this tournament and winning Grand Finals MVP?
That's a lot of questions in one. Can I start with one or no? Okay,
yeah, if you want, you can just answer one of them. It's okay.
Give me one.
I'll just stick with, how do you think you've improved as a player from last year to this year?
I think I'm more strict in my routines overall. I'm working a lot more. I wouldn't say I'm more motivated, but I'm more like I want to win more. So I have a more disciplined lifestyle, and that's allowed me to be very consistent throughout this tournament. I got COVID in the beginning, but once that was done, I felt like I got back. The BO5 was a tool on my body today. I was kind of dead after the first two maps, but yeah, I'm glad we got the Icebox King.
I don't know if my mic's active, but I just remember watching him half time and Leo was just lying back and he was just dead. I was like, Leo, mate, you're looking a bit dead. It's only 10-2, mate. Come on. And then he started laughing, and then eventually he got his energy, and I hear him screaming "Bon voyage" or what. I don't even know what he's saying, but he's saying something.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay, nice. I mean, when we were being like after 2 maps, maybe Alpha can prove like I was literally hot as I mean, it feels like I was 40 degrees in my body temperature. Like I was, the crowd was making this stage was like so hot. I don't know how like it was possible to play, because you know, I was thinking about like how hard to play like because of the crowd, but at this moment I can say also because of the maybe bad conditioning system, it was just really literally so hard to think. Like I was overheated, I think.
Before last map, we talked together and I touched his chronicle and I feel like I'm on the sauna. I'm not joking. He was not 40 degrees, it's 100 degrees, because I hold 2 seconds, but I'm sure I can hold 3 seconds because my hand gonna burn. I'm not joking right now.
Nice.
Good job.
Thank you. Next question from MGG Leo.
Hello guys, my question is for Decker. I want to know more about his choice of choosing the sniper during the match point. Like, was it an individual choice or a team choice? And do you advise like us, like noob players, to do that in overtime?
I think it was individual choice. I kind of like had a read what they're gonna do, and I felt like with rifle I had a problem that I can get one, but I want to get the second one, and I will just get traded. With AWP, I had more confidence that I just need one shot. Actually, I needed 2 shots to kill 3, I think. But yeah, it was individual. I was really hyped from the comeback. I really wanted that trophy. I really wanted the gun bodying game and the title.
I really want that title.
Yeah, I want the title and gun body so I can ego people in ranked a bit.
My Swift days are gonna become unreal now.
Where did you get that from?
Fake FNATIC fun.
Thank you. Next question from Rabia.
Hello everyone, congratulations on the win. Well deserved, great series. I don't know how my heart survived that. I mean, to be honest. And looks like Leo is still in shock. My question is to Booster, and maybe Minnie can add something to it as well. You guys were successful in shutting down Aspas in the first 2 games. And what was the game plan behind it?
Nothing.
What was the first map?
Ascent.
Yeah, I mean, we ran that comp 2 years ago, actually in Iceland, or a similar one. So we kind of knew roughly the pros and cons of it, even before kind of seeing them play. As for like countering Aspas, I don't even know like if we were trying to counter him. I think we were just kind of playing our game, and he just so happened to be on those sites or dashing in, and we came in like full energy, full confidence in that first map for sure, and it really showed. And then the second map too, and then I think we got a bit burnt out a little bit, or we got too relaxed. And Split is a weird map because we thought that their Split was probably the first pick they should have done really against us, because I thought they're quite good at it. But if you want to add anything.
I mean, we don't really think in those terms too often about like shutting down an individual player. Like obviously sometimes if you're a Jet player that's good, we might think a little bit about it, but it was mostly just about their comp. They had a very weird comp on Ascent, and we had to deal with that comp and what were the strengths and weaknesses of it. And then for Fracture, they again ran a weird comp. They ran double dive on Fracture, and that's not very common. So we had to think about what's good or bad against that. And then Icebox, he just kind of railed us for a bit, and then Durka decided to, that he was the king and not Aspas. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, and good luck for the whole season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Declan at Deserto.
Hi, my question is for Boaster. So how long have you been kind of seriously grinding in esports towards a trophy like this? And what was kind of the hardest part to get here outside of just straight up competing?
I think honestly, seriously, I don't know if it was serious, but when I was 18 was when I joined my first Counter-Strike team. And I was pretty serious. I told my mum, like, hey mum, I'm gonna be pro in the next year. And I told her the next year and the next year and the next year. So I was working like part-time jobs as a waiter or for my uncle's business as a storeman, trying to pack cardboard boxes and send them to the clients. And then I worked at Sainsbury's for a bit as well, like stacking shelves. That was at 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Well, I'm digress. I think honestly, I'll say, and when I was 18, like that was when I was like fully serious, and I kind of gave up on musical theater and I wanted to become a pro. I had glimpses of like almost making it, but I don't even know if I would have made it in Counter-Strike. So it's a difficult one. And then I completely stopped competing overall. I became that vlogger. And I thought my pro career was over, but then Valorant came out. I was like, I really don't want to do these sort of jobs. I want to play. Because I remember just watching the League of Legends pros, and I was like, I could do that better than them. Like, look at their mentality. Sometimes they don't appreciate what they've got. Look at me, I've got to film these guys. And then that was it really. So that's welcome to my pro career. Woohoo.
Thank you. We have a question in the room.
Hey, Juan Pablo here. My question is for Boaster. You have also won an extra spot for EMEA at Masters. So if you could choose the 4 teams that will represent the region at Tokyo, which teams would it be?
I have no idea. They've all got blooming extra prep now. We're going back to work in a week. If I had no problem, firstly, everyone from EMEA, no worries, mate. We got you. It was close. I'd say, I imagine Navi, us. I always get a bit. The other two teams. I honestly don't know. It honestly sees who. It depends on who's performing at the start of the season and who's consistently trying to improve, who can keep their kind of teammates camaraderie together and like work together and make sure like the losses don't get you down and stuff. So I don't know the other two, but I know Navi's consistently been at the top and we've also been consistently there. So that's what I'm hoping for, is at least us going to Tokyo as well. But as for the other teams, I got no clue. We'll see.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next question from Pedro Santinella.
Hello, my question is for Bolster. Yesterday you say that you're waiting an exciting match against Sadak. How do you feel with this face-to-face? And did you think that you had maybe a course with Latin American players? Because, I mean, you always had a really good challenge against them.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about these players. I went deathmatch today because we didn't have a scrim today. I went into deathmatch. I was getting owned by just randoms on deathmatch, and I was just like, maybe I won't do deathmatch before the official because I don't want to get my confidence blown. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sheriffs are like pinpoint precision to my head. That's what all the boys are saying too. We scrimmed quite a few Brazilian teams here. And yeah, and they some of them were really kind of popping off against us. Yeah, it depends on the day whether they were gonna own us or not. As for the teams here, like yeah, it's Furia. Blimmin' Champions was tough against Furia last time, and then this one was a real nail biter of a game as well. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of talent over here, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how the Americas League goes. Honestly, I don't know who's going to be qualifying for that one. It's a challenging one, but yeah, I think it's good.
Thank you. Next question from Alec at VLRGG.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. My question is for Boaster. First of all, thank you for almost giving me heart palpitations. Maybe next time just win 3-0. That'll be way better for my health. So I want to cast your mind back all the way to the very first round. I know Ascent seems like a long time ago. And you tried to knife less in the very first round, and the crowd did not seem to like that. So I was just wondering if you were planning to play that villain and if you like playing that role.
I think actually many rounds in each series I've tried to knife someone now, despite Minnie telling me not to.
Wait, you tried to knife someone today?
Yes. On Ascent.
In the first round.
Yeah, first round of
Boys,
Ascent.
P5. If we lose that, it's not on me, boys. You guys are rubbish.
Okay.
My ranked teammates.
What do you mean? I made a good pistol for that round, so I deserve to go for the knife. But I didn't actually hear the crowd booing, but essentially what I like to do, even from first strike, I went to knife someone in the game and they didn't have the best performance after that. So what I wanted to do was make sure it was 1v5. I was like, all right, we should win this round. We're half defused. I put the smoke on the bomb. I'm going to charge him because I know he's reloading and I want him to know that I'm confident. So I was trying to get in his head.
You know, I got knifed on the next pistol on Ascent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It triggered them, I think.
Oh my goodness. They were trying to mind game us too.
We got knifed today too.
Yeah, from Sadak.
What have you been watching, mate?
What, mate?
Michael.
Look, we was going to short and we have a wall in front of us and we joined A short. And no, but I'm jumping from my teammates on every pistol. You don't trade me. Yeah, one more. I saw no. I saw one A side and I don't want to throw the game because we are 4 versus 2. Yeah, and I get knifed. I don't care, bro. Go get knife.
I do remember now.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was going on. I was wondering why the Viper was on short because
I was jumping through the wall. This guy, he didn't want to go through. I had no bullets. I came and I saw one A side. We are 3 versus 2. Should we go? No, I mean 3 versus 3. Should we go B or A? They are 2 on A.
This guy should
You
be
send me
an
to the
IGL.
dogs.
So I got a coach, guys.
You're the new bitch point team.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
He watched both of them.
All right, we're gonna go to the next question. Tebin at Iconic.
Hello, my question is also for Bolster, and is what can you learn about Loud playstyle that gave you a hard time in this final, even taking you to a 5th map with overtime?
I think Loud's playstyle is very. They have really good players, and the strategy that they did have is very annoying to play against, especially with the comps that they were running. They really kind of had a lot of variety to other teams with the comps, and they were honestly what's the word, pioneering new comp ideas, and it was just really difficult to play against. Honestly, some of the comps didn't work. For instance, I think the Fracture one could have been better, but I do think like it was really difficult with the obviously their Icebox one. I don't really know how we managed to come back on attack side. I think honestly they fumbled the bag a little bit. I think that's what it's called, right? Fumbled the bag. Yeah, I think they got a bit flustered, and we luckily just kind of had players who were ready to take that kind of win, and we were taking rounds from them, and then the comeback came. So yeah, I think Loud they're good. I mean, they've already won a trophy. They almost won 2 in a row. Like FNATIC had to shut that down quick.
Thank you very much. We're going to jump to, sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly, Dr. Kutluhan.
Yes.
My guy, Turkish.
Yes.
Come on then.
First of all, congrats, guys. I have a question for Alfayer. Alfa, although you are not a duelist player and you contribute a lot in terms of score, and you are now one of the best players in the world, is there anything specific you do for your personal development?
Sen bana bunu bir Türkçe çevirsene, sonra ben İngilizce cevaplayayım mı?
Düelist değilsin. Bayağı bir skor katkısı sağlıyorsun. Geri kalmıyorsun. Sentinel oynamana rağmen. Bunu yaparken kendini geliştirmek için bu süreçte ne yapıyorsun? Spesifik bir şeylerin var mı?
Okay, when I was come to this team, I guess they added me because of I'm playing Sentinel, I guess. And I play Duelist because Chamber was meta and all entries playing guys Chamber, so I need to go to second entry, and I play entry, but I'm Sentinel right now and my role is really safe. I'm working it still because I'm not the best right now. I'm throwing so much around, and we're gonna fix it with Mini, SLK, and Anders, I guess. Because whenever we proc, I have like not all procs, but one procs. I have all the time a lot of mistakes because before I play Sentinel, I was entry and I have Turkish blood in my blood, so I can't stop when I not peak. But I will fix this on Berlin. We are working it with Mini, and yeah, maybe on Berlin I can be best player in the world, but I guess I'm the not best player right now, because today also I feel it like, actually I'm gonna add this on 11 free, like Mini take pause. No one didn't say anything about this, but I guess we win because of a little bit for Mini, because she's talking with us and he said, guys, stay in calm, because if we good calm, we're gonna win this game, and we start the good communication. Like before this pause, nobody didn't talk about this Mini, but it is a really, really good. And I'm gonna add one more, sorry. When I was talking with like Bad Happens about Koya, like 2 days ago, and 3 days ago, and we go to team bonding, I can say to thank you, Koya, because it was good. I was upset 3 days ago, and we go to team bonding together, we fun, and I prepare myself, and I can say thank you, Koya.
Thank you.
Thank you. And in the interest of time, we're going to jump around a little bit. We're going next to Sliggy.
Hey, unlucky
Yo, what's
Sliggy.
up, boys?
Unlucky.
What's up? Congrats, guys. Really proud of you all. My question is for Mini. I just kind of want to see when you were back in Summon FC, you couldn't even
Yeah.
watch the practices. How did
No.
you deal with this game and kind of being 11-3 down? And how's the mental doing in terms of your actual mental coach helping everyone?
Thank you for the question, Sluggy. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Slug Clubbers out there. I think, yeah, so back then, like, there wasn't really a good like coaching system. You couldn't really like watch the game very well. And like, I didn't really care about watching too much because I was just so nervous. So in the first track games, there was like me and Sliggy basically on TeamSpeak together playing ARAM whilst the boys were getting to the finals because I just couldn't bear to watch. But let's be real, like the game's elevated since then, like timeouts are important. So I kind of got to watch the games and ultimately I'm at these events, so I got to kind of watch. So yeah, like I think it's just been a lot of stressful games over the past 2 years that got me to the point where like I was fully calm. Like I don't know, like you remember in like the timeouts, I was like, boys, like I don't like I'm calm. Like guys, just be calm. Like it's fine. Like nothing's like going wrong. It's fine. Like I was just chill. Like
His soul's already left his body 2 years.
yeah, like I'm dead. I died 2 years ago, so like it's fine now. Like we almost lost to like Major Strike, the Polish team, when we first joined Fnatic. Like there's not much lower you can go at that point. So yeah, I think I'm just chill. Obviously, my body's not chill, but my mental's pretty chill. If that makes any sense. Like physically, like my body's stressed, but mentally I was fine.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And again, boys,
problem.
congrats.
Thanks again.
Thanks, Nicky. Let's put some slug approves in the chat.
Boomer slugs in the chat.
Thank you. Next question from Camus at Spectra.
Hey boys, how's it going? Congrats on the victory. Yeah, I just have a couple questions. I'll try to keep them as quick as I can. First is for Leo, actually. It seemed like you and Chronicle actually were alive more often at the end rather than it seemed like Boaster used to be more. And I just want to see if there was like a conscious decision in the team to like optimize your roles a bit better to kind of like allow that to happen, or did it just kind of like shake out that way? And then my second question is just kind of like, I know your Boaster mentioned that your VOD reviewing and your prep changed. I wanted to know like kind of what into that. And then my final question is, did you hear the crowd? Did it affect you at all?
Was everything to me?
Leo, yeah. So I just want to know like if
I
there
need
was a
first
conscious
one again.
decision for you to be last alive more often, for you to play more in the end.
I think it suits kind of my playstyle a bit. We got very aggressive players on the team that likes to take opening duels, so I don't really need to do that, which allows me to. I mean, if we get the entries, my team sets me up in good late round positions, and then I guess Chronicle is also supporting with his utility. So I mean, it's just us using utility for the others, and I guess that's why we're usually in the late round. And then what was the other question?
Honestly, I just want to know if the crowd affected you guys at all. I saw a lot of people talking about how like the crowd was impacting the game, but I wanted to know the player Pav, if you could hear them when the crowd was cheering, for example, when you were near players, etc.
I remember on Ascent, the first map, I heard him jump down mid from short, and I knew he would come up mid. And I guess someone put their crosshair through the wall on me because the crowd started cheering, and then I get pop flashed by Sky. So I mean, obviously the crowd favors the home team, but overall now it was a great feeling to play. Yeah, the arena was a bit rough to play in, but great overall.
Awesome. And then I just wanted to know what was said during that 11-3 timeout. What did you guys say?
I guess it was Mini is saying we need to get the communication going. Just overall, we were talking about wrong things. Yeah, so just we started talking more. And that,
I mean, I can add actually.
Yeah.
In this case, like when we called the timeout on 11-3, we were understanding that the last 3 maps we played, we started to take more emotions in our calls. And that was maybe our problem because we were being more and more nervous than like it was just going like a snowball. And Mini said a great thing that we can just accept maybe our defeat or something else, but we need to just chill out and focus on the things that we were not focusing because we were screaming, like talking really loud, taking all with emotions. And it helped us a lot because after that we just tried to be chill and we were happy, like we were celebrating after the rounds only. We were showing our emotions only after rounds, and it was really great for us. And yeah, obviously this timeout I think changed the game.
Yeah. Can I add one more? No. Okay. On 11-3, I guess we was talking, but actually we don't know what we're doing, and we are talking, but we don't know what we're saying, and everyone was accept to lose, and we take pause and we need to talk, and everyone is prepared yourself, and we start to win. Every rounds we was more more focus, more confident, and we have every rounds more good communication. So after that,
Yeah,
we
we
win.
started calling ultimates. Like the whole blimmin' other two games, no one was calling if someone had ultimate or economy. It was yeah, it wasn't the best two maps for us after that. I'm not really sure what happened, but Minnie did say to Leo that, hey, if you win this, the chicken and rice is on me. And then
Wait, what?
Leo came alive. No, I'm joking.
What happened? I think a big part of it was we have this like thing every single game where we're talking about like playing like practice, and like every game up until this game, I feel like we played like we do in practice. So we're like very calm and just like doing everything right. And I could just 100% see on the defensive icebox that we weren't playing like practice. Like people weren't commenting things that they were seeing. People weren't commenting things about the scoreboard, like the ultimates of the economy. Like it was just a mess, like to be quite honest. And I basically just said that we can still win this game if we just communicate. Like our communication just dropped completely. So it was like two things. It was firstly, calm what you see, and then the second thing was like look at the ults and look at our ults, please, because we play a lot around orbs and ults. So if we can help Boaster out of a call, like by like calling our ultimates properly, then we're fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
And the boys earned it.
Thank you. We have a question in the room.
Hello guys, Igor Oliveira for Sports GG. My question is to Dirk. On Icebox, until the 11-3, Aspas was like dominating and you weren't performing until that moment. But after the pause, you came to life in the game. I would like to know from you if you felt like a personal responsibility to go toe to toe with Aspas and bring the victory.
I think in mind I had something about like that Sentinels game where I kind of like 2 years ago where I didn't like perform as well in the finals, especially like last map. I mean, Tens was informed then too. I was like, I don't want this to happen again. Kind of did my breathing and then took round by round, started calling like some stuff like pools or what they're doing, and then the game felt better. But like mostly, I think the breathing helped me with the stress.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Sage Esports Illustrated.
Hi, hello. So my question is for Boaster, and I just want to say you've become someone that feels like an ambassador for maintaining a positive mindset, even through many failures throughout your career, from CS:GO, from League to Valorant. I just wanted to ask you if you could go back and talk to your younger self that was going through those really tough times in your life, what would that message be?
Look, mate, in 6 years' time, you're gonna look massive. You're gonna have big muscles. Honestly, it would just be if you work hard and surround yourself with people who surround yourself with people who also work hard, then you can kind of you're on the right track. You attract your crowd. So like if you're gonna be sloppy, if you're gonna be lazy, then you're gonna play with lazy teammates too, because no teammate in the world looks at someone working hard and goes, nah, I'm not gonna work hard. And if they do, then you'll slowly see them fall behind. And that's kind of what you have to do. You have to just keep working your hardest. Once you're at the top, it's a lot easier to stay at the top if you're kind of working that hard. So it's the grind that's going to be hard, and just discipline, like don't be too emotional, baby. just and no regrets. I think I like that one. No regrets. I always say that to the boys, because you know they are me when I was 17, 18, except they actually are in a pro team and I wasn't playing at some local event with 100 people shouting at each other in TV in some like a room like this actually. So yeah, it is. It's just about just keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to take two final questions. The first one is from Roldy.
Congrats for the win. My question is for Nikita. You have been in a Masters, also in Champions, but looking was unique in other forms. Do you consider that this tournament, maybe because of the format or because of the crowd, was the harder to win of all international tournaments?
Yeah, it felt a bit harder coming to this event when you know it's single LM and you look at your bracket, you know, like every game is going to be tough. And I mean, I think with the franchising, a lot of teams got like the best players they could from their regions because it kind of gets easy when like the market opens up. But throughout the event, you kind of start getting the confidence more and more, and it becomes a bit easier. I mean, kind of like against Furia and like Loud, there was some pressure with the crowd, but you kind of get used to it through maps. And then, yeah, I mean, it was hard, but I don't think it's like harder than Masters and Champs, especially Champs. But I will say like it's like a lot of new teams and also new players, and everyone's doing a great job. You don't have like many reads or can prepare as hard as you can like in Masters or Champs. So I think it's a bit tougher, but I think the competition will rise on the next levels, on the next events, and people will be like much better than they were this month.
Thank you. You're very loved in the Spanish community, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Next or final question from Brandon Esports GG.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win, guys. Huge. I'll ask this to Boaster, of course. And if anybody else wants to chime in, you certainly can. You know, you showed your emotions on stage. You know, in here we've talked about it in this press conference as well. You know, a lot of feelings about the victory itself, but I'm kind of interested in maybe any emotions you have towards Loud, you know, having taken the back-to-back championship away from them in front of their home crowd. You know, is there any emotions that you feel towards them or anything you want to say towards them for, you know, an incredible matchup that they gave you guys?
We spoke to them just before we come into the press conference, and they have a lot of young players. And I think this is an experience where admittedly they're probably going to not be able to sleep tonight for different reasons than us. So
if I put my head to bed right now, I will sleep instead.
Yeah, we'll see about that, mate, with all the adrenaline. No, I just think like they have young players and they're definitely talented, and I just think they're young. Like, you have time. No need to rush. Just kind of keep working, keep improving. Every day is a day where you can improve. Not even in Valorant, but in maybe your mental, maybe with how you treat others, or with how you, I don't know, your dish options. You might actually start liking vegetables. That one was for Leo because this guy don't eat veg yet, but we'll get there eventually. So I think it's just like we're very lucky to be in this scenario where we can compete on stage. You know, this is what I said to the boys. Like, look how many people have come to watch 5 virgins sitting on stage playing a video game. Like that's like a big achievement. So like that's why in 10-2 I was looking at the crowd thinking like, this is sick. Like, you have to remember those moments, you know, like you didn't win, but there's sometimes in life you don't need to win to have a great time. The winning does make it feel better, but yeah, I think it's just that. I think Yeah, don't worry, you got this.
We have a lot of respect for Sadhak and what he was
Yeah.
able to do this tournament. I think. I think even to be honest, I wouldn't have expected them to get to the final. With the players they changed. Obviously, I don't know too much about the players they brought in. I'm not really too familiar with the Brazilian scene, but I think Sadak's done a very good job. And also Fraud, their coach. I've coached against some like star-studded coaches before, but this is like, I don't know, maybe the first time I was a little bit starstruck. Like Shrod's like one of the greatest FPS players of all time, and I'm still on a stage with him. Like it's really weird. So shout out to those two, I guess, for building such a good team.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for answering all of our questions. And again, congratulations on winning the tournament. We'll see you again next time.
Hopefully.
It's me. Oh my god, it's my face. It's my face. Let me close out of this. Yo, thank you all for coming. Seriously. Did not expect all that to happen. A lot of people here. Awesome press conference, awesome matches. I guess we'll see what happens when the league starts. Congrats, FNATIC. Love all you guys. I'm gonna go piss and get something to eat and, I don't know, watch a movie or something. So subscribe, all that good stuff. Much love, much love, much love.